Everyone, remember last stream, right? We had Zemplin beat us 2-1, Komárno draw with us 2-2, and then we got back to winning ways against Košice, a 2-0 win there, which is fantastic for us. We thrashed into Bratislava in the Slovnaft Cup, which is a very impressive trophy that we need to be winning, and then got a decent draw at home against Genk, although they did score him in the 94th minute, which was rather frustrating. 3 points should have been ours for the taking in that one, especially because we lost to Ružomberok 1-0 in the next Europa Conference League game. We've got 4 Conference League matches still to come. Breidablik, FC Noah, Strasbourg and Legia Warsaw, which are coming after we sort of finish for a winter break, so that's going to be quite interesting to see how we get on with those games. Things are going really well for us at the moment, but it's mostly down to the fact that the other top 4 teams, Trnava, Bratislava and Žilina, are just absolutely dreadful this season. We still have about £200,000 to spend, and you know what we could try and do? Because I put out a YouTube short earlier on where I was talking about like cheap Wonderkids to buy an FM26, and one of them was Amara Diouf playing for Generation Foot. He has got very high potential in the game, 20 determination, plays on the left wing, try and put a sneaky bid in for him. Or did he want to join us first and foremost, just thinking about it? Because you can get him for as little as about £100,000 sometimes. We're very keen on signing him. Okay, they want 55,000 and 150,000. He wants 1.2 to 1.5k per week, and we'll send him on to... Okay, let's try and sign him, because this guy is a Wonderkid, like in Football Manager. We've got 200,000... Oh, we can approach to sign. I think we'll owe them some sort of money for it. Doesn't say... Oh, compensation. Oh, £325,000 in compensation with additional £500,000 in potential clause. I think we can probably get him for less than that. We've got £200,000, all right? Let's just put £200,000 on the table. Oh, we should have gone lower. We should have gone lower. Well, they accepted it. Let's make the offer and see what happens. Because that'd be sick if he comes in right. Right, we've got a cup game right now against a team from the 2nd division. So we are going to rotate the team a little bit here. Right, Popovic starting in goal for us. So there's our backup goalkeeper. As we take on, I can't remember what the team are called now, in the 2nd division. But we're in against them in the cup right now. A good cup run would be good fun, wouldn't it? Right, Gagawa bringing the ball forwards for us. The striker who is trying to make himself the first choice. Plays a great ball through to Viktor Jukanovic, and the keeper somehow makes a really top quality save there. Also realised that you guys prefer broadcast, don't you, actually? So we'll get that back on for you. Jukanovic, Blaško, Redzic, through to Stefan Jukanovic, and again, this brick wall of a goalkeeper is denying us. Are we going to see this free kick put into the top corner by Redzic, or is he going to try and put it on the noggin of some of the big boys out there? Like Gagawa. No, it's Santos Diber at the back post, and the keeper just about deals with that one and goes behind for a corner kick. We're knocking on the door, aren't we? We are knocking on the door. Managing the most hated club in Slovakia. The most hated club? What, because they're got a big Hungarian following? Is that kind of what it is then? Is that the reasoning behind it? We got sent this shirt by Surprise Shirt, so that's why I'm managing them as well. Oh my word, we've conceded. This would not be a very good look if we concede and now lose to a 2nd division team in the cup. It might be time to bring the big boys on. Sluka puts the ball into the middle. We've managed to clear this one. And first to it is El Kandusi, bringing the ball forward. Looks to get past his man. Is forced to the outside. Cuts it. What an absolutely superb individual goal there. Unfortunately, we just don't seem to be creating any decent chances. Look at our XG over 2.71. 25 shots and it's what? 26 shots and it's 1-1. Does it go to extra time or penalties? Because it's going to go to one of them because we're not scoring goals. Oh my word. Are we going to do it here in the 94th minute? Bationo back to Vukancic as we try and work the ball forwards through El Kandusi, the goal scorer. Plays a great ball through to Viktor Jukanovic into the middle. Udvarosh is there and he puts it just wide. This is the last gasp attempt for us. Trusa cleared. And it goes straight to penalties. And this is a bug that's currently in the game. Penalties just don't seem to work. Lovely. Right, instant result it is then. Good work, Football Manager. Did we win? I don't know. I would click on... Oh, the mouse is back now. Good. Right. Negotiate contract for Amara Diouf. Now, did we win? Game? Did we win? No, is the answer. It looks like we lost on penalties. Although I don't... Oh, 5-4 on penalties. Right, so Oro scored, Jukanovic scored, Trusa scored, Vukancic missed, Bationo scored, but all 5. Oh, again, our penalty takers are on the other side. Jesus Christ. Okay. Hopefully the update that comes out for Football Manager in the next few days sorts all this out. We lose on penalty. Look, it doesn't matter. We're going to win the league. Give him a 3-year deal. Get rid of the yearly wage rise. And these wages, he wants big wage. He's going to play a lot of games to start off with, so I'd rather just pay him like 1,800 now. There we go. Right, Amara Diouf is going to be joining the club. Right, Spartak Trnava, let's focus up here. Use team selection 1 for our first team. Hertz is injured for 4 to 5 weeks. Oh, Hertz, you hate to see it. Blaszko is going to get a good run of games then, at the moment then, Blaszko. City QPR 2012 on some people's list. Yes, it would be. Conference already? Are we already Premier League? We are in the top division of Slovakia. Yes, we are. As Gruber gets a goal, by the way. Right, I wasn't paying attention. I was reading the chat and all your cool moments. Trusa collects the ball then. Plays a great one through. Right, splits the defence. And it's the first time shot to get it round the keeper. That's a really good goal, to be fair. Dunjaska Streda still without a league title in reality. I need to check the league table. I had to be doing it in real life, actually. I've not checked for a little while. That's got to be a red card. Gong is gone. I need Ramadan, who should be off the pitch. He's not come off yet. To find Capanadze on that far side. If Capanadze can find a great ball into Trusa, can't score, but Vaquero can put the ball straight back into the middle, surely. He does. Cleared again. And Oro shoots from distance and makes it 2-0. You're playing my club. Oh, Kylio. Unfortunately, they're not doing very well this season. But neither are Slovan Bratislava or Žilina. All 3 of you are having like a stinker season, and it's just allowing us to hopefully win our first ever league title here, although Tomic has just got a goal back there. Luckily, we do seem to be holding off Spartak Trnava right now. Luckily, we did get that second goal with Oro, even though it took a heavy deflection. Again, we're playing really well with tons of shots. We just aren't being very clinical, are we? The scoreline just doesn't suggest that, does it? Oh, that's a great ball through to Gagua, who can't score. Trusa maybe would have scored that. We're still 8 points ahead of Zemplin. But Spartak Trnava, oh my word, down in 6th place now. Level on points with Slovan Bratislava. And Žilina are down on 14 points. Žilina are thinking about maybe getting relegated. They're only a point ahead of Ružomberok. Europa Conference League coming up in the next match. I think it's Breidablik. Right, Amara Diouf, the Wonderkid, is going to be joining us. He'll join us on the 14th of June 2026. We don't get him this season. We get him next season instead, which is fine. You know, keep playing Generation Foot, do your thing. We'll stick with the same team that started that previous match. Maybe Vaquero doesn't start, El Kandusi does instead, just because he's a bit tired. Maybe we need to make a couple of tweaks to the tactic, because I don't think our players are doing the best job right now. At least our forwards. We now just seem to have a ton of shots in matches, and then just can't put any of them in the back of the net. As Gruber now surely has got to put the cross onto the feet of an attacker, not the defenders, but he's got the ball back. Blaszko finds Capanadze. Capanadze now does well to beat his man, plays the ball into the path of Gruber, but it has been cleared behind for a corner. This is a game that we have to be winning. If we want to make the knockout rounds of the Conference League, this is a game that we have to be winning. We came into this competition with so much confidence and bravado when we started off, by the way. I forgot they've also got Lasse Sorensen and Joe Taylor, who used to play for Lincoln City as well. Huddersfield just buy Lincoln City's best players, and they just don't do very well at Lincoln City. And I'm talking about Lincoln City too much because Gagua has just scored and I barely noticed it. Georgie Gagua comes off the bench and finally gets the goal to break the deadlock here. So Rika Hackett takes a few steps back again. It's got to be him. It's a perfect left-footed free kick, this. As Rico puts it through the wall and straight at the key. Oh, we've got another one, by the way. I'm too... Yeah, putting the Lincoln game on was a really bad shout. I'm far too invested in that as opposed to this. But Gagua gets a nice tap in there as well. Djukanovic with the goal. Finds Blaszko, who I think has done a pretty decent job here today on a 7 rating. The 18-year-old midfielder helps get a move going for Gagua to score his hat-trick. Blaszko is going to be a really solid player for us in the future, I think. And it's 350k we get for wins, so we're up to 4.1 million in the bank now, which is great. Right, we're going to change the team a bit here for the Ružomberok game, because we've got some tired faces out there. One of them being Ramadan, but Viktor Djukanovic is going to come on there. Gagua is going to start as well. We must have like 15, 16 shots at least every game. I mean, I guess we did get 3 in the last match, but it just feels like we are really slogging games out at the moment and just like hoping for that. And that feels like the lowest XG opportunity possible. But El Kandusi has just come off the bench. Good interception from Yappy there. Gruber now. If we can get a second goal here, we can then feel a lot more comfortable. Oh my word, if that had gone in the back of the net from that sort of like one-touch football, that would have been insane. But Yappy's going to have another chance to bring it into the middle. Finds Blaszko, edge of the area. And he may... Is there an offside there? Apparently not. El Kandusi's goal is going to count there. And we go 2-0 up here against Ružomberok, who are in a relegation battle, by the way. I think probably at the club around the time I was born, maybe late 90s. I was born 97. I think he was at the club around that kind of time, but I could be lying to you. Oh, Mateta Pepper. Huge finish there. Right, 3-0 win there. Puts us 11 points clear of Zemplin at the top of the table. Oh, my word. Dunjaska Streda, 11 points clear with 14 games gone. And yes, the next game against FC Noah away from home. Are they Armenia, FC Noah? I have to double check this. They are Armenian. Excellent. They've not won a game yet in the Europa Conference League. In fact, they start off in the Champions League. So they went to the Champions League first qualifying round, beat Mostar, then beat Maccabi Tel Aviv in the second qualifying round. Third qualifying round, they lose to FCSB Bucharest there from Romania. Then they lose to PAOK in the Europa League fourth qualifying round and drop into the Europa Conference League, where they've been battered by Viking, Levski Sofia, and somehow got a draw against RZ. That's pretty impressive there. So how's the Conference League table looking? We are 17th as it stands right now on 4 points. Another win would be very handy for us, put us towards the top end of the 9th to 24th range. Let me just go back to the first team selection here. Hertz has still come back from an injury, so Blaszko is going to start. Boulder's going to come off the bench for Blazek. I think Gaggo is still playing quite well, actually, so we're going to start him ahead of Truser again. I very rarely get bugs and crashes. I get a few every now and again, but very rarely. It just doesn't feel as smooth or immersive or as FM24. I think that's the root of the issue, isn't it? Just not as immersive and a bit clunky at the moment. As Mateta Pepper gets the goal, you love to see it. 6 minutes in, we've taken the lead here. Gruber loses possession, and now Noah are coming forwards at the other end of the pitch. Good challenge comes in, and Gruber does win the ball back eventually there. Finds Mateta Pepper, the goal scorer. His pass forward, not great. And Bartels has to be the man to make the save. If we win this game, we get £350,000, and it's basically confirming our spot in the knockouts of the Conference League. There's still 2 games to play after this one, but with 7 points on the board, with 2 to play, I'd feel pretty confident in our chances of progressing to the knockouts, as Kapanadze skips past a few players there, and Gruber is brought down in the area. That has got to be a penalty. But Oro buries it. 7 points got you 24th place. 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, all on 7 points. They qualified. Hearts on 7 points in 25th didn't qualify. So maybe 8 or 9 points is what we need. Maybe we need another win after this to be sure. And luckily, Jan-Christoph Bartels is making sure we stay 2 goals in front of FC now. A lot of highlights in this game in particular, aren't there? Ramadan injured. That's no good for him. Let's bring Viktor Djukanovic on instead. I just don't think we're going to beat... I think is it Strasbourg we've got to play? Strasbourg and Legia Warsaw. I just can't see us winning either of those games, if I'm honest with you. Blaszko with the 3rd goal, though. So we've still got to play Strasbourg in 17th. That might be winnable, you know, maybe, if they're that far down. And then Legia Warsaw, who are also on 7 points. Right, how bad is Ramadan's injury? A twisted ankle, out for 2 to 3 weeks. That's fine. I enjoy the EFL Trophy. I want us to go far in the EFL Trophy. We won it a few years ago. Beat Shrewsbury in the final. I mean, I say a few years ago. It's probably like 7, 8 years ago now, maybe. Something like that. The Cowleys were still in charge at Lincoln at that point, so it was quite a long time ago now. But it's a good competition to win. They do give a lot of prize money relative to the level of competition in the EFL Trophy. Although, really, it should probably go up a little bit, because I think it's been the same for a long, long time. And if inflation's anything to go by, they're probably getting a great deal the FA with the lack of money that they pay, or the EFL. Also, by the way, again, I'm watching the Lincoln game. I'm not watching Dunjaska Streda. Trusa sticks a foot out and gets his first goal for starting. Žilina crossing to the middle, cleared by Vaquero. Viktor Jukanovic gives it straight back to the opposition though. And that would have been an insane goal, to be fair. Bationo starting this game after requesting to start more matches. I said, okay, we'll give you the green lights. And he's rewarding us right now with a 7.1 match rating. If he can keep that kind of level of game up, that would be incredible. Just over the crossbar there. Frustrating. Not sure where to begin when it comes to searching for players besides setting a recruitment focus and waiting. One method that I think has been really, really good is using the transfer room. That's been really effective. I've signed a lot of players through the transfer room. El Kandusi comes off the bench again and scores again. When people do the skins, is there any yet? I don't think there are any. There's probably a few modders out there who've created something or other, but I've not tested any skins yet. But there might be a few if you find, but I've not tested any. Kandusi again, by the way. Kandusi again. But another huge win in the league. Žilina are in real trouble this season. A side that should be fighting for the title are now fighting for their lives at the bottom end of the table. They will be going into the relegation group, won't they? There's no chance they're making the championship group, I don't think. Oh my word. We are streaking ahead at the top of the table. No one else can keep up with us. I mean, look at this battle for second place, by the way. It is tight. 2 more games before the winter break in the league. And then we've got these 2 games in the Conference League as well. Greatest kit I've ever seen is the Lantwit Saigon shirt. Is that the Lantwit Clantwit Major? I can't really say the Welsh double L's properly. The goalkeeper shirts there, and I've got one of the goalkeeper shirts actually. It is. It's their goalkeeper shirt, which is the fish and chips shirt. So the shorts are just our goal there, by the way. El Kandusi cross cleared far to Redzic, who's brought down penalty. As Hertz misses his penalty. I did not realise cats get asthma, but that kind of makes sense. How do you get that diagnosed, by the way, for a cat? Like, what signs were you seeing to think, I should get my cat checked out here for asthma? Because I feel like that would be the last thing I think of when it comes to, like, an animal in distress, in a way. I don't know. They tried playing Merthyr 800k or 8 million to join the Welsh League. Big difference in price there, but I think if it was 8 million, they would have said yes. I don't think they're ever going to challenge for the Football League in England. I was very glad that, well, I don't know. I'm interested to get your perspective on it, because obviously there was the idea that, was it Wrexham, Cardiff, Swansea and Newport County were going to try and play in the Welsh League to try and get a European spot through that, and it got rejected, didn't it? As Trusa scores. Very good for them, obviously. And obviously Wrexham want to get into the European competitions, and they just saw that as a way to get in it quite quickly, I imagine. Oh, finish from Trusa, by the way. He's on fire now. He's found where the back of the net is again. He's not scored for a little while. If Wrexham and such moved to the Welsh League, it would mess the league over. Well, they wouldn't move to the league. They want to play in the league. They want to stay in England, but they want to play in the Welsh Cup. And you can't have it both ways. It's a big win for us there. It actually allows Slovan Bratislava to get up to 5th place. They're slowly starting to claw their way back at the table now. Blazek wants to go out on loan to get some first team football. You're crap, so yes. Hertz has got a... Oh, he's out for 2 months, Hertz. Oh. Well, Hertz has just come back from an injury and has now got another one. Luckily, a lot of that will be the winter break that he misses, but he is going to miss 3 important games, actually, which means that Blaszko is going to continue getting his game time. Oh, shit, I forgot about Popovic. Okay, well, he's going to leave on a free. We need to try and sell Popovic in January. Zemplin, they're the only team this season that have beaten us in the league, so this is a bit of a revenge match. They beat us 2-0, 2-1 earlier in the season. I know we lost even though we had way more possession. Oro finds Blaszko. Forward to Mateta Pepe. Gruber is basically through but takes his shot and it goes straight at the defender who wasn't really stood in his way there, but oh well. Blaszko to Trusa. Jukanovic from distance, off the crossbar. And we are knocking on the door 90 seconds into this match. Might be slightly drunk, accidentally bought the local pub out after someone said it's their birthday. Now the screen is spinning. Hey, look, happy birthday to the guy in the pub. Congrats on buying a round for everyone. Respect it. Respect the grind, respect the hustle. Have one on me. Somehow, if you can make that work. Oh my word, by the way. El Kandusi with maybe goal of the season. Just takes a touch to compose himself and then just bangs it. Loops over the keeper. That might be the best goal we've seen today so far. Not good for me. Not good for me, chat. Half-time Newcastle Spurs as well. Also, who scored? Trusa! I'm getting distracted so many times. It's interesting because I had quite... What a finish. What a finish, Viktor Djukanovic. 1-0 Everton at Bournemouth. Grealish with the goal. Okay, I feel better now about having Trufair on my bench in fantasy football. In FPL. We conceded. That's the first goal we've conceded for a little while, that one. So at the winter break in the league, 19 points ahead. We could be winning the title just a few games into the championship group, by the way, which is insane. We've got 2 Europa Conference League games to play now. One against Strasbourg, the other Legia Warsaw. So we are 10th in the league phase table right now. It's Strasbourg next, who are on 6 points. We need at least a point out of these 2 games. If we win one of these next 2 games, we're golden. So let's start with... we've got... Oh, God, okay. A lot of players injured and can't play. Djukanovic, El Kandusi, and then we'll have to get Vaquero back on as well here. We need everyone to pull their weight here. Against essentially the Chelsea B team, isn't it, really? It is the Chelsea B team. They've got Ben Chilwell at left back, by the way. Is Ben Chilwell at Strasbourg in real life? I need to double check this. Oh, a goal's just been scored as I try and Google Ben Chilwell. VAR? Goal is upheld after the review. Who scored it? It's us. Gruber has done it. Gruber into Vaquero. The left back heads it in. Okay, we've got the goal there to give us the lead 5 minutes into this game against Strasbourg. That's huge. That is massive for us. It actually temporarily takes us into the top 8. Being 7th place, 10 points is enough. 10 points and we're guaranteed knockouts. Oh no, Caponate's gone down injured. That's the worst time for it to happen. No, Caponadze. Oh, thankfully they've not scored. If they'd scored off that, that really would have been... horrendous. Right, Caponate's got to come off then, clearly. Yeah, massive air fryer, rice cooker, slow cooker. There's something else as well, which he's got. Air fryers essential, they are true, to be fair. And Gruber getting a goal is essential for us as well. 2-0. Nico O'Reilly on 0 FPL points. Oh, he's in my team. It's a real shame. And Strasbourg have scored somehow. I completely missed that. Oh, don't concede now. There is actually there's a chance we do get top 8 here, you know, chat. There's a chance we could do it. If we can pull off a miracle result in Warsaw and don't concede right now. Oh, of course, I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. I mean, 8 points should be enough to get us into the knockout stages of the Conference League. We'll double check in a minute and see exactly what's going on. But the commentator's curse does strike there. In the 95th minute, 94th minute. So what does that do for us then? 12th. So we stay 12th. Oh, if we'd won, we would have been guaranteed a playoff spot as well. We are not guaranteed a playoff spot. However, for us to miss out on the playoffs right now would require 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 teams to win. And for there to be, in some situations, a 10-goal swing. I think we're as good as qualified. Oh, youth intake preview, by the way, chat. Youth intake preview. It's a 4-star good intake. We've got... I don't think you can say it's a 4-star good intake when the best player you've got is rated at a C. We have great youth facilities, though, to be fair. So this might be a bit of a poor intake for us, actually. Right, final game of the league phase in the Conference League. We're in 12th place with a very healthy goal difference of +6 right now. 9 points on the board. But Genk have already gone ahead of us. El Kandusi finds Gruber in the penalty area. We seem to be all over Legia Warsaw at the moment. But as I say that, we do seem to be conceding. You hate to see it. Szymanski with the goal. And let's see what this does to the table then. Urbanski is very, very good, by the way. He's a player I recommend getting in. So a scaling option would be very nice for us as Legia Warsaw come forward again in the penalty area. No foul, please. I would like a tackle, though. We haven't got the tackle in there. Legia make it 2-0. That last-minute equaliser that Strasbourg scored is looking really frustrating right now. A lot has still got to go against us for us to drop out of the top 24, and we have to remind ourselves that we need like 13 teams to win, us to lose, and there to be a 10-goal swing. But Vinagre's corner sent into the middle. That's the game done, isn't it? Legia 3, Dunjaska Streda 0. We're on a +3 goal difference now. Bationo, come on, let's get one goal. Let's give ourselves a bit of confidence heading into the winter break. We don't want to end the first half of the season before the break without scoring a goal. Udvaros is certainly going to try and score the goal. He hits the post, bless him. Legia Warsaw 3, Dunjaska Streda 0. It's our biggest defeat of the season, I think, actually. Conference League table, 17th. We have qualified for the latter stages. 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. So it's been a pretty decent run of results this evening, hasn't it? So you're saying Strasbourg or Legia Warsaw is who we're playing against. When is the draw for this? Rules. Knockout playoff round draw. Oh, the 19th. Let's get to tomorrow. So we're saying it should be Strasbourg or Legia Warsaw. Let's see who we get drawn against. Oh, Genk we've got there, so it doesn't work in the same way. Winter break coming up. We've got the January transfer window, obviously, to play. That's going to be good fun.